She told me to trust her. Then my brother sent me her Tinder profile. Hit that subscribe button if you've ever trusted the wrong person. You're not alone. She was in my bed the night I got the message from my brother. Naked, asleep, breathing softly, trusting me, or pretending to. And my phone buzzed with a single screenshot that shattered everything. It was her Tinder profile. Face glowing. Bio smiling. Location less than a mile away. And sent to me by my own brother. Let me back up, because you need the full picture to understand why this broke me the way it did. I met Brielle at my lowest. Fresh out of a 5-year relationship with a girl who cheated, drained my bank account, and left without saying goodbye. Brielle felt like sunlight after years of storm. She was soft-spoken, supportive. She remembered the little things. She bought my favorite snacks, watched the weird documentaries I liked, and even bonded with my mom over Sunday brunches. We weren't perfect, but we had something real. At least I thought we did. I'm not the jealous type. I'm not the go-through-her-phone type. I believed in giving her space, letting her be her own person. I thought that's what healthy love looked like. And Brielle loved to talk about trust. Every time we had a disagreement, she'd say, "You have to trust me, or this won't work." And I did, over and over. Even when little red flags popped up, I folded them into paper cranes and told myself I was healing, not paranoid. Like when I noticed she turned her phone over during dinner. Or when she said she was too tired for intimacy, but spent 3 hours texting in the bathroom afterward. Or when she accidentally deleted her Snapchat the same day, I joked about her streaks with someone named JJ. But I kept trusting, until my younger brother, Malik, sent me that screenshot. Let me describe it exactly as it appeared. A Tinder profile. Name, Bree. Not even trying to change it. Age, 28, correct. Bio, just looking for good vibes and someone to make me laugh. Bonus points if you can cook. Photos. One of her in our kitchen. In my hoodie. Holding a wine glass I bought on our anniversary. Distance. Less than 1 mile away. I stared at the screen, my pulse thudding in my ears. I wanted to believe it was fake. A catfish. Someone using her photos. But that bio, that wine glass, that hoodie, there was no mistaking it. I texted Malik. Me, where did you find this? Malik, she popped up on my feed. I swiped just to be sure it was her. Bro, it's her. Then he sent a screen recording. Him swiping, clicking on a profile, showing the photos, one by one. Her gym selfie. Her in bed. Her at the park with our dog. The same dog she said she loved like her own child. I felt sick. She was upstairs in my bed, sleeping soundly. I sat on the couch, heart racing, while she snored above me like nothing had happened. I didn't even know what to do. I didn't want to confront her in the middle of the night. I needed proof. Something undeniable. Something she couldn't weasel out of with "it's old" or "it's not what you think." So I did something I swore I'd never do. I made a fake Tinder account. Name, John. Photos, ran a guy from a stock image site. Bio, chef. Love dogs. Not into drama. Location, my address. I set it up. Swiped. Waited. 2 hours later, there she was. Online now. Same profile. Same pictures. And then, she swiped right on me. Heart pounding, I messaged her. "John, hey, love your dog. What's their name?" "BRE, haha, thanks. That's Milo. He's such a sweet boy." "John, Milo looks like a cuddler." "BRE, he is. Loves sleeping in bed, especially when it's cold, LOL. I stared at the message. She was describing our dog, the one she and I had adopted together, the one who slept between us every night. And then she added, "BRE, I'm kinda in something right now, but it's not serious. I'm exploring." Exploring. That word made my blood boil. Exploring. Like our relationship was a trial period. Exploring. Like I wasn't waking up next to her every morning. Exploring. Like she hadn't met my mom, my nephews, my entire family. I took screenshots of everything. Every message. Every profile pic. I even screen recorded our fake convo, just in case. Then I waited. Planned. She woke up around 8:30 the next morning, yawning, stretching like she had no secrets. She kissed me on the cheek and asked if I wanted pancakes. Pancakes. I said I had to run to the store, grab Milo, and went straight to Malik's. We sat there in his room, just processing. Malik was pissed. Said he always had a weird feeling about her. Said she never really looked him in the eye. Said she once accidentally called him babe and laughed it off too quick. Then he told me something that flipped my stomach inside out. She matched with me like last month too. I swiped left. Didn't even say anything because I thought maybe it was old. But now, I think she's just out here. Active. I went cold. This wasn't some one-time curiosity. This wasn't a oops from months ago. She was actively shopping around, while sleeping in my bed, while talking about forever, while asking if I wanted to move in together. I needed more. Needed to know how far it went. So I waited another day. Let things be normal. Then I grabbed her phone while she was in the shower. She had Face ID enabled, but she also trusted me. I waited for her to unlock it earlier that morning, watched her swipe into her banking app, and memorized her passcode. 1995, her birth year. I typed it in. My hand was shaking. First, I opened her messages. Nothing. All clean. Then her photos. Hidden album? Empty. I was about to give up when I remembered something she once said. I never keep anything on my phone. Too risky. Then where? I checked her notes app. That's when I found it. A single note titled Gym Schedule. But inside, a full-on cheat log. Dates. Names. Locations. Times. J. Bartender. Met at rooftop bar, kissed in parking lot. No sex. 6 of 14. Marcus, photographer. Came over while was at work, slept together. 6 of 22. Alan, divorced, has a boat, not sure yet. Cute. 6 of 28. Malik? Possible match. Didn't respond. Crisis averted LOL. 7 of 3. I stopped breathing. She'd matched with my brother. Knew it. Brushed it off with a damn joke. My vision blurred. My hands trembled. I dropped the phone on the bed and just sat there, listening to the water running in the shower. Listening to her hum. Happy. Happy. Like she hadn't catalog hookups, like a Pokemon collection. Like she wasn't risking everything, me, for parking lot kisses and guys with boats. And suddenly, I knew exactly what I had to do. I wasn't going to scream, or cry, or beg. I wasn't even going to confront her right away. I was going to flip the script. And what I did next, let's just say she never saw it coming. I stared at that gym schedule note like it was a crime scene. In a way, it was. I backed it up, screenshotted everything, sent it to my laptop, then to Malik, then to an old email I hadn't used in years, just in case she ever tried to wipe the trail. I zipped up the hoodie she loved to steal, picked up her phone, and set it down exactly how I found it. By the time she came out of the shower, wrapped in my towel, hair dripping, I was calm. Too calm. She kissed my cheek, asked if I wanted to watch that true crime show we'd started. I said sure. I sat next to her on the couch. Let her cuddle up under my arm. Let her laugh. Let her pretend. Because the show wasn't the only case being built in that room. Over the next week, I laid a trap so airtight, even she couldn't slip through it. First, I told her I was going out of town for work, a 2-day conference. She was supportive, kissed me goodbye, said, "I'll miss you like crazy." Perfect. I didn't leave town. Instead, I parked a few blocks away and stayed at Malik's place with Milo. Brielle didn't notice. She never asked. Within hours of me leaving, she was active on Tinder again. The fake profile I'd created got another match notification. I messaged her again. "John, did your week just get lonelier or is it just me?" "BRE. You have no idea. I just wish I had someone to keep me company." I baited her. Told her I'd be free the next evening. Told her I was a great cook. She responded instantly. "BRE. That's exactly what I need. Wine plus food plus you." She sent me the address. My address. I read the message 3 times. She was inviting a fake man, me, to her boyfriend's apartment. The same one we decorated together. The same one where my toothbrush still sat by the sink. Malik lost it when I showed him. She's bold. Like sociopath bold. I waited until the night of the planned date. I had a friend, Jen, who owed me a favor. She's gorgeous, smart, and a little bit chaotic. The perfect mix. I explained the situation. Asked if she'd play a role. All she said was, "Tell me what to wear." The plan was simple. I'd go back to the apartment with Jen, as if I had moved on. Just casually walk in. Laughing. Holding hands. Walking on Brielle. Not with rage, but with replacement. The moment she'd see me would be the moment she'd realize. No yelling. No screaming. Just silence. Let her see the betrayal from the other side for once. So, that night, at exactly 7:45 p.m., when Brielle was supposed to be prepping for her little fake date, I walked up to my own front door with Jen. We didn't even knock. I used my key. She was in the kitchen, wearing lingerie under a silk robe. Candles lit. My favorite playlist humming low in the background. 2 wine glasses already poured. When the door opened and she saw me, she froze, glass in hand, eyes wide, jaw slack. Then she saw Jen, tall, beautiful, smirking. She dropped the glass. It shattered across the floor. I looked her dead in the eye. Didn't expect company? I said. She stuttered. Well, I thought you were, you said. I lied, I said. Kinda like you did. A lot. She blinked, shook her head. This isn't what it looks like. Oh, Jen chimed in. Because it looks exactly like you invited a stranger to his apartment for a hookup. I pulled out my phone, scrolled, showed her the Tinder messages, her exact words, her invite, the screenshots, the cheat log in her notes. Her face drained of color. You went through my phone? Guess what? I said. Trust is a two-way street. She lunged toward me, tried to grab the phone. You don't understand. It was just flirting. I never meant for it to go anywhere. Oh, Jen said, smirking. So we were going to eat the wine and candles? Or was it for John? I added, by the way, there is no John. Silence. The way her face contorted, betrayal, confusion, humiliation. I'll never forget it. She backed up, pressed herself against the counter, like she was the victim. You set me up, she whispered. No, I said, stepping closer. You set yourself up. I just documented it. And then came the part that made her truly unravel. I pulled out a flash drive. This has everything. The messages, the fake profile, the log in your notes, even the part where you matched with my brother. That was the final nail. She burst into tears. You can't show anyone that. Please, please, this will ruin me. It's not about revenge. I cut her off. I'm not posting this. I'm not that guy. Her shoulders dropped in relief. But I'm showing it to your mom. Panic. Full blown. Please don't. My family, they disown me. I guess you should have thought about that before turning our relationship into a Tinder buffet. Jen stepped forward, cool as ever. Maybe next time, don't cheat on someone who keeps receipts. And then we left. I didn't slam the door. Didn't yell. I just walked out with Jen and Milo by my side. That night, I sent the flash drive to Brielle's mom. No commentary. No message. Just the truth. The fallout was nuclear. Her mom called me 2 days later. Apologized. Said she was ashamed. Said Brielle had always been reckless. But this was another level. Brielle tried calling, texting, emailing. She even showed up at my office once, sobbing, begging to talk. I didn't respond. She finally got the message when she received an envelope at her apartment. Inside, a photo of Milo, and a post-it that read, "Don't worry. He's safe. With someone loyal." So yeah, she told me to trust her. And I did. Until she gave me every reason not to. And when she burned that bridge, I made sure she'd never cross it again. If that caught you off guard, imagine living it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Ex Confessions Unlocked, where the truth always comes out.